Welcome to Randy's Den. Back. What a treat we have. My buddy actually has got me a couple goodies here throughout the last 2 years. In fact, he's the one that dropped off the bulbs, all the vacuum tubes there, and hence the reason I got to get the tester. Hence the reason why the tester's here, but I don't have the manual, and the manual's actually coming, supposed to have been mailed today, so hopefully that'll be our next video coming up very soon. Anyhow, drop this gem off. It's an amplifier mixer. It's a 1959 Scott, and this thing is just magic all over the place. It's awesome. It's absolutely just tube valve madness, awesomeness. I didn't really want to get into it because it was just, I knew it was going to be tons and tons and tons of work. Got a pleasant surprise. I took the back off, which was here. Took that off, and someone actually went through this. Someone's already been in here and recapped it, and boy did they do us possibly a huge favor doing that. These are resistors, by the way. More caps. I mean, there's caps everywhere, and there's caps. They look like dirty cigarette butts right there. Yeah, them are caps. More caps. I mean, they're everywhere. So if they were the original caps, they would have been just gank nasty. I believe, I'm not going to pretend that I absolutely know, I believe these are poly caps. That's what these are. 400 volt, a lot of them are 0.1 microfarad, I see. I've already had these two off. I went to test them. Here's what happened. So well, get that out of here. I am actually going to bring this up on the variac and do what I did with the tube tester, just very slowly. I had one that was just basically this. It was, here's my little drawing of how it looks with the transformer. Get you brought in so you can make sense of that. Basically, this one was, what is that, 68 ohms. I disconnected that leg, and same with this one. Untied the legs off of the resistor. They got a resistor in line with them, that's why, and they tie into the circuit, and there's all kinds of things working at that. Anyways, then it comes out 97 microfarads. Or nanofarad, I'm sorry, nanofarads. Well, it's rated, the rating on the side is 0.1 microfarad, which is 100 nanofarads. So we're off by 3 nanofarads, which is absolutely excellent. And again, I just use the M tester, this little guy here, and hook that up. Again, it's after I pull the leg off. I just put the legs back on because I wanted to bring this up on the variac for you guys just to see. I was fighting with how I wanted to hook up the mains, because I went and absolutely clipped the plug. That way no one was tempted to plug it in, because I looked up and it had supposedly a big old selenium rectifier in it. And guess what this is treating us with, though? Look at this little 4, and I've never seen one. Never seen one till now. That right there. That is a selenium rectifier. Now, that is, it's going to be packed in that package. I'm pretty certain it's a selenium rectifier, because I have never seen one like that before. Not a diode like that. I've always seen them as black squares, and I want to check it out, but I didn't want to start the video until I got to show you guys. So we'll get this clippy clappy clamped. It just looks like it's got these little twist ties that hold it down. I have no voltage on this yet. These are just plugged in and nothing's turned on. So if I was smart, I wouldn't even have it plugged in, but I'm living dangerously. What do you want? Get this. So this has the potential of being bad, and what happens, the problem is when this is bad, is they go short, and when they go short, it's gonna wreck the first, I believe it's the It's going to be the first inline tube. I don't even know what tube that is. It's going to be one of them. One of the tubes. It could ruin a whole bunch of them. It's not good. It's just going to just send all that power right directly in without it rectified. Just hammering it. So yeah, that would not be good. So we're definitely going to want to check this out. But I mean, this is cool. I think it's super cool. Even cooler if it functioned like a normal human being. But this thing is just the coolest. I mean, it's total, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know a real lot about these yet. Vacuum tube amplifiers and that yet. But I just frickin' they just make my eyes light up. There's something about them that I just think they're the coolest darnest things. I just think they're amazing. I think the little glow of them and everything when they're running, and just so cool. I just want to get this up off here so I can test it. Then I can flip it over and show you guys the front, and so I don't bore you to death, because half of you have already slept and now it's gonna auto turn off the video and I won't even get credit for it. Okay, so as you can see here, I'll draw it out for you so you have it. Here's your bridge rectifier, square guy. And what do we got? We got plus and minus here, and then your AC and AC here. So here's your two mains coming in. And it's just going to rectify it and do its fanciness with it. So I'm just going to put a little red mark here and there, so I'll know for a fact that's what that is, and even a little black one here. If it will work, it is working beautiful. As you can see, I just recharged it. It was dead. This one was dead, and I took some acetate type solution. It was clear something for concrete sealer something. It froze, it separated, and I took the acetate off of it. So instead of putting acetone in this, I used that acetate. It's got an oily type deal, and it recharged my pen. Yeah, I'm that cheap too. Yep, I'll admit it, but it worked. So I even do that with my markers, my big markers here. Oh, I put it in the other drawer. And in fact, I'll even show you. Here's one that it failed on. This is a failure because this is one of them paint markers. It's not an ink type marker. So this one is just putting out the clear, if you see the clear stuff there, like the acetate. Now, however, that is, I keep that in there and I'm not going to throw it out because it's actually a nice little dabber for having just a little drop of acetate for like cleaning. Just like that. So yeah, that works. All right. Where was the... Okay, we're here. That's there. Brain is not engaged there, here nor there, but we'll try. So we have this. Set this up so you guys can see it. Okay. Want to get in diode mode. That's screaming mode. There we go. That's diode mode, and we're gonna test this. Now, just because it tests out all right, I still ain't going to fully trust it because that's just a test with nothing going on. It's not getting the real amps going through it, you know. So, still can't fully trust it. But we should have a voltage drop, roughly a 0.6 one way, and the other way should be open circuit, OL. Now, that's 0.25 voltage drop that way. 0.9 through that way on the AC, and let me clip onto that one. 0.9 on that one. Now I'm going to flip these two to red and the black, and these should be OL. This is the key here. Otherwise you're leaking. Yeah, we're leaking a little bit. Them two. Is it or no? Come on. It acted like it had a charge on it, didn't it? And if I go this way, so that's positive, so this needs to be, again, we'll check it this way, oh, my freaking head's in the way. You guys can, I'll let you punt me right in the skull for that. Okay, 0.9. 0.9. Now if I flip that, it should be OL. For sure it's OL. Nice. Oh. Come on. It's reading funky. It really is. Yeah, I can't trust that. I'm gonna let me grab a bridge rectifier. I got a bunch of them actually. Right here. I know you can't see me, so it's pretty annoying for you, but you gotta trust me here. Come on, you're clipped on there. Are you kidding me? You fucking bitch! Dirty mother! You've gotta be shitting me. Holy cow. Alright, yeah, I got a few. Holy mackerel. Come on, one. I just want that one. There it is. I got a few, we'll say. We could say a few. There they are. Sorry. Let's try this again. These I'll actually see what I mean about. These I'll actually trust. This one, I don't know. I don't exactly know what's going on. Delay line. Oh, that's for something else. That's not. I want to open that up. I can see I can open it. I want to check that out sometime. You can see these are some big ones. That's not one. I don't know why them are in. I didn't know them were in here. But yeah, here. They always have that little hatch out of the corner. That's how you know it's a diode. Bridge rectifier. I mean, diode, bridge rectifier. And again, if you look at it, make sure my eyes are right. Okay, it's plus there, and minus is on the other side over here, and in between is AC and AC. Get them out of the way. Okay. So if you guys can see that still. So yeah, nothing in between. These should be no connection also. Now flipping it is where we will have the voltage drop. Now these shouldn't. I guess they do. I guess it doesn't matter though, because it's the way they're. I think it's actually the way that it's a long story, but when it goes through one way, it actually shuts off the opposite way till it resets. It's yeah. I didn't even explain that well. I suck at explaining it, but yeah, that's something like that. So there we should have our voltage drop. 0.57, 0.582, and then since that's our negative line, just want to put that back on there and see. We should have our voltage drop again. 0.57, 0.57, yes. So we know that that's a good one. Again, that one was giving me weird. Now this will be the same. Plus, sign, and then negative. So here's our plus, here's our minus. So what do we have? 1 something? That one's showing no connection. In between, we should have nothing. So open, and then once we flip it, we should have our. This one will be probably a little different, but 0.6, 0.5, wow, 0.25, wow. That's very low voltage drop. That's actually nice to know. That almost sounds, wow, both are. So that's how you test them too. If they're both the same, they should be right around the same number, 2, 4. All right, so we get the point, you know. So that works. I just got to pick one to use, solder it in, and we'll go with it. I'm gonna take this this bridge rectifier out. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. Just selenium rectifier, we should say. Now here's also the other thing with selenium rectifiers, and that I gotta be careful of, is they have actually a higher voltage drop than, I got two things working against me. The selenium rectifier, and back in the day, line voltage, which line voltage is what's coming out of your wall sockets right now, was different. It was actually, these are made for, it says right on it, 110 to 115. Well, if we get a chance here, I'll plug my kilowatt in, and I'll show you that mine is right around 122, 123 most of the time. Right here, the one in front of me. So I might have to add a little into this. And I have already gone over this with the camera. So if I do, say I forget how these went, at least I'll know how it goes back, what size what. And that's one thing. That's another nice reason of making the videos, is it documents my work. Because obviously I got bad issues of forgetting things. I think I'm going to just snip them off. At least that one. I'll get this right out of here. And then here's our AC. Now these are actually, I'm surprised that the lines on that side are so small. I mean, they are tiny. Man, I wish I could undo that. I gotta work at that a little bit. You know, I'm gonna actually take the knife and strip some of that right now. That's the worst part, is trying this cloth. Probably better not with it being a little bit older in age. But when it's good, like new fabric, oh, it's brutal to strip. Because the stripping tool don't do nothing to it. Kind of like what I'm just about doing there. Just it doesn't do too much. So you really can't strip it. Look how that cut. That's freaking wild. Oh, they don't peel right off. I see. It don't matter actually how these go on. Actually, they're just AC. Yeah, that's a selenium rectifier. And selenium is somehow toxic. Depends where you live on how toxic it is, but it is not the nicest thing to be messing with. And I do want to use a higher voltage dropped one. That was the 0.5, correct? This one was the 0.2 something. Because of just that fact, this is used to running at line voltage, which was back in the day at 115-ish. 120. Gotta get some shrink tube. Throw some shrinkage on there. Oh, I don't want that side, I want this side. Let me check the volt drops on this one. Again, and that's right, that's plus. That one's OL and OL, so it's testing good. Oh, you can't even see the meter. Damn it. It's brain dead. Now I'll flip it, and this will give me my voltage drop. Fucking bitch, you don't want to stay on there, do you? Fuck. What? 2.5? That don't sound right. Look at that, 2.5, both ways? Wow. I've never seen or heard of one that could be that high. Holy mackerel. That's a lot. That's actually what I'm looking for, though. I mean, I do want to pull down as much as I possibly can because of the voltage drop isn't going to be, we got to lose some voltage. We'll have to, I actually want to fix that. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. I think the way I'm going to go is by using a thermistor, which is basically a startup. Oh, jeez. Did I not have that in the right thing? Yeah, using a thermistor, and it's a soft start, basically, is what a thermistor is. Oh, it was this one. The one with the shorties. No, I had to have it right, because that could have been... Duh. God, this one there! It's frickin'... Right, every time I get it right in the middle, it slips off. And it's button nose. I mean, look at it. It fits. It's spink spank right there. How's it? Flarping bitch. I'm in diode mode, right? It should be 0. No, I'm in beat mode. No, I'm in current. What in the hell is going on? Diode mode? No, beat mode. Diode mode. Yeah, 0.5. So yeah, I was reading that wrong. So if it don't matter, go with the... That, I don't need a monster in there. What's gonna fit the best? Because I'm gonna go... So 2 are this way. 2, these are my AC. And then how am I going to mount that? I can mount it. I actually can mount it right on that screw if the hole's big enough. No, naturally it ain't. But I would like to get it. I don't think with these wires being so small, I don't think I'm going to have very much current going across this. So, I don't really think I need one even that big. I got them, might as well. Where I gotta heat sink this and all that, so. Just throw one in and be done with it, right? Get on with it. So we'll get this wax together. Get some shrink tube down around these for I forget. Every time I do this, I forget. Shrink tubing, and I get to do it real nice because I do it really twice. So, anyone, hope you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl. It was kind of nice. I couldn't see the Bills. It sucked. The Bills couldn't quite get there, but man, it was sure nice to see Tampa. I lived, well, in Clearwater for 8 years. I had a business and everything down there. It was awesome. I would still be there if I didn't have issues with my frickin' melon, but that's what happens. But anyways, yeah, it was pretty cool stuff. It's good times, good time. Don't need them that long. Could do the 2 red, could be the 2 watch outies. The 2 others can be tweezers. How do I lose them every time? Them friggin' little shrink tube kits are nice to have. They just... I could never make my work look dressy, like dressed up, like good and like clean work. It would be good and solid, but it just looked... I could never get it to look like presentable, where you're like proud of it, and it looks like complete, because until I got that good, nice little shrink tube set, man, I'm happy I did. Here, we can use this one. Yeah, I would have never figured that Super Bowl would have been